Welcome to 5 Minutes of Faith, brought to you by Believers Ministry, where we're reaching the community with the love of Christ, one person, one family at a time. Join us as we are taking excerpts from our pastor's recent sermon. It's going to be about 5 minutes.
The title of today's message is, Will You Hear Jesus Say, Well Done? Our lesson text will be taken from Matthew the 25th chapter, verses 14 through 30. But our focus will be on verse 21 from the King James Version, and it reads, His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, I'll make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Today we're going to look at the parable that Jesus told of the talents and the 3 servants, which emphasizes the importance of faithfulness. Jesus used parables to communicate life-changing truths to his disciples and to those of us who are willing to listen and learn today. This parable points out that we will be judged and rewarded on the basis of our faithfulness and using what God has entrusted to us. We got to know that whatever God entrusts to us, it is important for us to appreciate it. No matter how small it may appear, it is needed. And we must be willing to use what God entrusts to us. What we do for God counts and is never overlooked by Him. This servant didn't have the faith and courage to take a risk. He decided to play it safe. Therefore, he missed the opportunity that his master was giving him to be a faithful servant. This servant was only thinking of himself. He was lazy. He wasn't willing to step out on faith and take a risk. The same is true for some of us. It could be that some of us are lazy and not willing to step out on faith and take a risk. Some could be that you're afraid to step out on faith for a number of reasons. It could be that you are afraid that you will fail, or afraid of being judged by people, or afraid that you're not good enough to serve, or Satan may have you believe in his lie that you have nothing to offer, that serving God is only for superstars. But Satan's a liar and the father of lies. Don't believe his lies. The truth is there are no superstars. It makes no difference how much a person's gift think that they may think themselves, oh, I'm all that. You're not all that. Jesus is only all that. He is the only superstar. Only Jesus Christ, superstar. There are no big I's and little U's. God uses plain old ordinary people. God makes up the difference. Whatever we're lacking, God will supply. So step out on faith and serve God with your whole heart and be willing to be used by God to bring glory to His name. Real servants serve the Lord with gladness because they love the Lord. Because they love the Lord. They're grateful for His grace. They know serving is the highest use of life. And they know God rewards faithfulness. Real servants are faithful. Faithfulness is time-tested, but faithfulness is not time. Just because you've been somewhere for a long time does not mean you were faithful there. Faithfulness means the time I was there, I was faithful to the work that God called me to do. It means I obeyed God's instructions. Some people are just putting their time in. They're just in attendance but not faithful, doing the work God called them to do. Real servants are faithful. They finish their task, fulfill their responsibilities, keep their promises, and complete their commitments. They don't leave a job half done, and they don't quit when things aren't going their way. They are trustworthy, faithful, and dependable, and they don't murmur and complain, and that's where they don't murmur and complain. They serve the Lord with gladness, whatever the Lord would have them to do, or whatever is needed to do. They are committed to God and the work He has called them to do. Our whole life should be an offering back to God of all that we are and all that He wants us to be. We are called to serve, not sit around and wait for heaven. Sometimes the service is easy and sometimes it's hard. We don't write our own orders, but we accept the orders that come to us from our Commander-in-Chief, Jesus Christ. We must follow him and serve him faithfully, and then we will hear him say, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things. I'm going to make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of the Lord." God is forever faithful to us. We should be faithful to him. Jesus said in Revelation 2:10, "Be faithful unto death, and I'll give you a crown of life." The question is, will you hear Jesus say, "Well done"? Let's get
The word has encouraged you, has impacted your life, and we'd like to extend a cordial invitation to come out and join us in service. Our address is 465 Waterbury Court, Suite E, Gahanna, Ohio, 43230.